Liam Kavanagh will never pass up the chance to support his closest friend Cain Dingle in Emmerdale, even when it puts his own job at risk. For much of this year, Cain has been without Moira Dingle by his side. She has been locked up for offences she didn't commit, and now faces the possibility of spending the rest of her life in prison on charges of double murder and modern slavery. With all this pressure, Cain has also been coping with a prostate cancer diagnosis. Moira is now aware of his condition and is trying her hardest to stand by him through phone calls and visits from prison. As his surgery approaches, Cain is overwhelmed with anxiety. In a recent episode of the ITV soap, he confided in Charity Dingle about how the operation might affect his sex life. He worried that Moira might see him differently, but Charity reassured him that intimacy is about more than just sex. The lack of closeness has been deeply felt by both Cain and Moira, so in upcoming scenes, Liam comes up with a risky plan to bring them together. While at the prison, Moira informs Cain that her murder charges could soon be dropped. However, the positive update is quickly dampened when she explains that she still faces allegations related to modern slavery and must also undergo an MRI scan at the hospital. When Moira arrives at the hospital, Liam takes action. He hides Cain in a changing room and cleverly arranges things so Moira can enter without being accompanied by an officer. Liam then leaves them alone, and before long, Cain and Moira share an intimate moment. Afterwards, Cain opens up about his fears surrounding the surgery, and Moira comforts him, assuring him they will face whatever comes next, side by side. Feeling uplifted and thankful for the time he spent with his wife, Cain returns home. Upon arriving, he hands Kyle the keys to his newly fixed car before heading off to the hospital. Just before he leaves, he speaks to Moira again, saying he believes everything will turn out fine. But at that very moment, he is struck by a car. A terrified Kyle discovers Cain lying unconscious, while Moira, still on the phone, desperately tries to understand what has happened. An Emmerdale star has questioned whether Rona will really walk away from Marlon. Zoe Henry has opened up about the future of her character, Rona Goskirk, and whether she could end her marriage to Marlon Dingle. Although their relationship is solid, Rona finds herself tempted when her former partner, Graham Foster, reappears. Earlier this year, Rona's life was turned upside down when Graham shockingly returned after being presumed dead. He came back to the village following a 6-year absence. Rona tied the knot with Marlon in 2022, and together they are raising April Windsor. Despite this, Graham is determined to win Rona back, and upcoming episodes of the ITV soap will show the love triangle intensifying when Marlon catches Rona and Graham in a close moment. With Marlon and Graham being complete opposites, Rona is left struggling with her feelings. Zoe Henry, who has played the role since 2001, admitted that choosing between them would not be easy. She explained that Marlon provides stability and a clear sense of happiness. They share a blended family with 3 children, and their journey together hasn't been simple, but it has been meaningful. In contrast, Graham brings excitement and unpredictability into Rona's life. While Marlon represents a safe and content future, Graham offers something more thrilling, even if it comes with risks. Even though Rona and Marlon only married a few years ago, their connection stretches back decades, making the decision even more complicated. The actress pointed out that Rona truly loves Marlon, and their history spans over 20 years. They first became involved during her early days on the show, and over time, they have built a life together, including raising children as a family. Although not all the children are biologically theirs, Rona and Marlon share a deep parental bond and have created a strong, loving household. Their son Leo is a central part of that family, and their connection as parents is undeniable. Because of everything they have built, it's hard to imagine Rona seriously considering leaving. However, Graham's sudden return has forced her back into emotional territory she thought she had left behind years ago. Whatever choice Rona makes will have serious consequences for everyone involved. Even if she decides to stay with Marlon, unresolved feelings for Graham could still create tension in the future. Zoe Henry suggested that trust between Rona and Marlon could be shaken. Even a brief moment of doubt can affect a relationship, making honesty and open communication crucial for them moving forward. If Rona chooses to reunite with Graham, she would have to walk away from the life and family she has built over the years, which would not be an easy decision. Her relationship with April, in particular, would be incredibly difficult to leave behind, given how close they have become. The actress also highlighted how recent events have strengthened Rona's role in April's life, making their bond even more meaningful. Ultimately, leaving either Marlon or her family would be equally painful, and even if she chose Graham, it raises questions about how they could realistically live together in the same village. Emmerdale has revealed a heartbreaking secret about Mandy Dingle, with intense drama set to unfold in upcoming episodes. Lisa Riley has shared that her character, Mandy Dingle, is keeping a major secret from those closest to her, one that could seriously impact both her business and her marriage to Paddy. In recent episodes, Mandy returned from Ireland, only to discover her family in turmoil. Bear is facing prison over Ray's murder, while Paddy and Dylan have been caught up in the situation after helping to cover up what happened. Since coming back, Mandy has been a pillar of support for Paddy, especially as he struggled with guilt after admitting his involvement in hiding Ray's death. However, Lisa Riley revealed in an interview that Mandy is also hiding something significant of her own. She explained that since returning from Donegal, Mandy has been under immense pressure, trying to keep everything together. At the same time, there's a hidden problem she hasn't told anyone about. Her salon is facing serious financial trouble after being neglected during her time away. Mandy has chosen not to tell Paddy the truth because she doesn't want to add to his worries, but she's been dishonest about how bad things really are. As a result, viewers can expect far more emotional scenes ahead. Difficult times lie ahead for the entire family, and Lisa also revealed that filming has been underway for Bear's crucial trial scenes. Several members of Mandy's family could potentially face prison due to their connection to Ray's murder. She mentioned that this trial directly affects Mandy's husband, her father-in-law, and her adopted son. No matter how things turn out, there's a real possibility Mandy could be left alone at home. Speaking about how the trial might play out, Lisa admitted that the family may have run out of their usual ways of escaping trouble. She pointed out that while the Dingles often stick together and cover for one another in times of crisis, this situation feels different, with no easy way out in sight. For more details on what lies ahead for Mandy, fans can check out the special Easter edition of Inside Soap, which is available now. Emmerdale continues to air on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available for streaming on ITVX.